for soccer here in Dahlonega. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Walker McCrary, the entire Nighthawk Sports Network crew, here for a big Division II matchup as we get set for the start of the 2019 season. The Limestone College Saints come to town to take on the North Georgia Nighthawks. Not only does this start the 2019 season for the women's soccer team, it also ushers in a new era as we welcome in Georgia Mountain Television to the Nighthawk Sports Network, a TV channel on Windstream Cable, channel 78.12, HD 890. You can find all the Nighthawk Sports Network sporting events and special events through the TV there. If it is broadcast here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, it is broadcast live on Georgia Mountain Television. So for today, it's Limestone and North Georgia. These two teams met last year, a 3-1 win for the Nighthawks in Gaffney, South Carolina a year ago. This came after the Nighthawks lost a heartbreaker against Lee. Back here at home, it was a 2-2 game against the Flames, and the Nighthawks gave up a goal in the 88th minute of that game, responded extremely well. Limestone was ranked number 18 in the nation at the time, and the Nighthawks went into Gaffney and stunned the Saints, gave them their first loss of the season. So the Saints will be looking for some revenge here today. As you take a look at some of the highlights from the 2019 season, or the 18 season, excuse me, you'll see a lot of familiar faces for the Nighthawks. Charlotte Rent is not in the starting lineup today. She is working through some injuries right now. Peyton Biso, Danny Chartouni, Taylor Malashik, as you see right there on your screen right now. She will be in action today up top for the Nighthawks. And a new looking goal for North Georgia as well. Morgan Ramby, the redshirt sophomore from Lebanon, Ohio, will get the nod for Chris Adams in the very first game of the season. Chris Adams in his 17th year as head coach of the Nighthawks. He looks to get the season kicked off on the right foot here in 2019. For Limestone, under third-year head coach Sam Holmes, they've got a lot of returners as well, including senior Emma Hickson and senior Ellen Svensson. Those two are going to anchor down the defense for the Saints, who will be wearing the blue uniforms tonight. The Nighthawks will be in white and blue. Beautiful day here in Dahlonega, sun shining, temperatures a little warm, but an absolutely picturesque day for soccer in Dahlonega. This kicks off the key start of the season for North Georgia Athletics. We'll have a lot more going on, and we'll go through that a little bit later on as we, again, enter this new era of Nighthawk Sports Network on Georgia Mountain Television. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we return, we will go through the starting lineups and get you set for kickoff here from Dahlonega. It's Saints and Nighthawks going at it in the season opener of North Georgia Soccer here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries,
ask difficult questions,
and understand the world around you.
It requires you to know your strengths
and weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be independent, efficient, and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders.
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
And leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you've got what it takes, then bring it.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay. nice. So far, so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no hi, though. Hi. Hey. Oh, my God. There it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. All right, I'm good.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. Starting lineups for both teams, starting with Limestone. They're out of the Conference Carolinas under head coach Sam Holmes in his third year as head coach of the Saints. In goal will be number 99, Taylon Jean, a sophomore from Hillsborough, North Carolina. The remaining of the starting 10, number 0, Martine Ellefson, number 2, Emma Hickson, number 3, Hannah Smith, number 6, Ellen Svensson, number 7, Emma Paget, number 8, Selena Bovaleth, number 10, Sarah Schwaniger, number 11, Abby Edenden, number 13, Caitlin Kilpert, and number 22, Danielle Murray. Danielle Murray, a forward, a senior out of Dublin, Ireland. She transferred in from Lucan Community College. That's going to be one of the key cogs in the operation for the Saints. But also the freshman forward, Sarah Schwaniger, getting the nod for Coach Holmes from Austria, who prepped at BRG Borg Telfs. Now for the Nighthawks of North Georgia, out of Chris Adams in his 17th year as head coach of the Nighthawks. In goal, as I mentioned in the first segment, Morgan Ramby, the redshirt sophomore, 6 feet tall, out of Lebanon, Ohio. She transferred in from Auburn this offseason and gets the nod for North Georgia here in this one as the captains meet on the far side of the field. The remaining of the starting 11 for Chris Adams is Peyton Biso, the senior out of Hoover, Alabama, 5'5", and prepped at Spain Park. Number 4, Danny Chartouni, the 5'4" senior transfer student from Tennessee Tech. She's out of Sugar Hill, Georgia, and prepped at North Gwinnett. Number 5, Abby Crane, the 5'1" sophomore out of Peachtree City and Whitewater High School. Number 8, Katie Durkay, the 5'6" freshman from Ackworth, who prepped at Alatoona. Number 13, Taylor Malashik. That's going to be the key player that we look at in the North Georgia lineup, the 5'7" junior from Peachtree City, prepped at McIntosh. She is the leading goal scorer on this 2019 Nighthawk team, returning from last year. Number 14, Jasmine Adlam, the 5'2" sophomore out of Orlando, who prepped at William R. Boone. Number 17, Bailey Swindell, a 5'4" redshirt sophomore defender from Sharpsburg, Georgia, and Northgate High School. Number 18, Logan Vermoss, a 5'9" freshman defender from Cartersville, who prepped at Cass. Another senior in the starting lineup for Chris Adams. Number 20, Olivia Dumphy, the 5'4" senior defender from Dawsonville. Former North Forsyth Raider, she has played really all over the field for the Nighthawks. She's played up top. She'll start in the back line, but don't be surprised to see her pushing forward throughout the night. And number 23, Mackenzie Brennan, the 5'9" junior defender from Marietta, who prepped at Lassiter. She is really the center back in the middle of the defense for North Georgia. She has gone every game for North Georgia in her career here at North Georgia. You see in the middle, Limestone wearing the blue. The goalkeeper, Jean, will be in black for North Georgia. They are in white with the blue bottoms. And Morgan Ramby in the red top with the black pants. Our referees for today's game, the center official will be Brandon Adams. He's assisted by Kevin Biondo and Andy Boyle. Fans still making their way into the complex here in Dahlonega, and we are counting down to kickoff for the 2019 season here in Dahlonega. The starting lineups wrapping up at this point, and we are closing in on kickoff. Taking a commercial break, looking at the beautiful North Georgia Soccer Complex, a flyover. Kickoff next here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Sonia McClain with Red Rooster Realty. Fall is right around the corner, and it doesn't get any prettier than this. Have you been thinking about buying in Georgia's Lake and Mountain Paradise? Give me a call at 770-480-4777.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks desk with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. Captains meeting on the field. North Georgia's captain Taylor Malashik, Limestone, waiting to get a couple of numbers from them. It'll be Danielle Murray and Selena Bovaleth. Both teams meet. And we are getting set for kickoff here in Dahlonega. Glad you've decided to join us. A beautiful day for soccer here on NSN. Walker McCrary, the entire NSN crew. It's closing in to kickoff, about a minute and a half. You see it there, the countdown until kickoff. A big crowd on hand and still filing in for the home opener. We are getting closer and closer. Teams getting ready to break their huddles. Limestone will be moving from right to left. As you look at it on your screen, the Saints in the all blue with the gold trim and accent colors. The Nighthawks will move from left to right in the white uniforms with the blue on the numbers and the shorts. Again, starting 11 for both teams: Ellefson, Hickson, Smith, Svensson, Paget, Bovaleth, Schwaniger, Kilpert, Murray, and Jean for Limestone. For North Georgia, Biso, Chartouni, Crane, Durkay, Malashik, Adlam, Swindell, Vermoss, Dumphy, Brennan, and Ramby in between the posts. Brandon Adams standing over the soccer ball just outside the center circle. We're still waiting to see who gets to open the 2019 season with a touch of the ball. It'll be Limestone standing in the circle, getting ready to touch it up. And we are ready to go. Brandon Adams blows the whistle, and we are underway here in Dahlonega. Limestone sends it down the field to the back line for North Georgia, and Malashik will settle. Malashik tries to send it out wide toward Abby Crane. Crane touches it back toward Biso, who's playing on the back line as a wingback player in the opening moments of this game. Now Limestone with possession. They bring it into the middle of the field. Malashik settles, tries to get it to Chartouni, but again, the Saints recover. Now up the far side for Limestone. They touch it up. It's Emma Hickson now coming up the field. Now out wide is Schwaniger. Schwaniger outside the 18. She comes back toward the middle of the field and then off the crossbar on the long distance shot. It's cleared out for a Saint throw. And Limestone brings it down. Hannah Smith now has it in the middle of the park. Now swung around. Now back to Smith. Smith playing the left back. Now in the middle to Bovaleth. Back out to Smith. Into the center for Svensson. Brennan heads it away. Durkee trying to get on it, and she's able to. And Chartouni sends it high in the air, trying to find Abby Crane, one of the shortest players on the field at 5'1", and somehow she almost comes away with it. Now Hannah Smith brings it up the near touchline. It's touched out of play. Peyton Biso gets the touch, and it'll be a Limestone throw. Saints out of the Conference Carolinas. North Georgia leads the all-time series against Limestone. 4 wins, 1 draw, no losses for North Georgia. Again, a 3-1 victory up in Gaffney last year for North Georgia. Malashik tries to take it away from Smith. Smith drives forward, gets it back, but then Biso on it. Now Malashik tries to go. Here's Abby Crane. Crane tries a through ball toward Durkee, and nobody there but blue jerseys. It's Paget able to take it away. Now here comes North Georgia, far touchline. Durkee trying to find some reinforcements. She's taken off the ball, and Danielle Murray will send it up toward midfield. It will roll out of play, a North Georgia throw. Adlam quickly triggering it in. And it'll go out of play. It'll be now a Limestone throw right in front of the North Georgia training area. Chris Adams, 17th year as head coach, with his staff of Kaylee Ralton and Daniel Saucedo sitting over on the far touchline. Limestone has had the majority of the possession here in the early going and has had really the only dangerous go at it, and it will be a corner kick as Kaylee Kylene was pushed off onto the ball. Quickly taken, now crossing in, dangerous, and a goal for Limestone. It was Emma Hickson. Emma Hickson, the 5'5" senior from Blackpool, England. She puts Limestone on the board first. .41-14 on the clock as North Georgia puts it back into play, down 1-0. So now here comes Limestone again. They look to push it forward. The Saints already on the board, 1-0 in the 4th minute of play. Abby Crane trying to earn possession for North Georgia. Limestone takes it away, but Biso intercepts and finds Malashik in the middle of the park. Turned over at center circle. Now Malashik in the middle. All the way out wide, Adlam. Adlam looking for Chartouni on the on the far touch. It goes out of play for a Limestone throw. Malashik trying to win the ball back for North Georgia. Instead, Limestone comes away with it. Now right up the middle is Danielle Murray. She tries to thread one through. It'll roll across and out for a North Georgia goal kick. The assist on the last goal will go to Sarah Schwaniger. Up the field now, here's Abby Adendon. Adendon playing up top, 5'11", sophomore from Nantwich, England. A big, tall frame to go up against the center back combo of Kylene and Brennan. Thrown in toward Adendon. Kaylee Colleen. Now Adendon sends it in. It'll bounce out. Ramby will see it out. And a goal kick for the Nighthawks. 4th minute goal from Emma Hickson. The first of the season for Limestone on the opening day for Division II soccer. A lot of games going on around the nation, including one just on the other side of Blood Mountain, West Georgia. And the Nighthawks' next opponent went up to Young Harris and stunned the Mountain Lions 2-1. Adlam keeps it in play up the far touch. But Limestone on it again. Now Malashik steps in. Here's Abby Crane. North Georgia looking to counter. Crane over toward Malashik, a little behind her. Chartouni not able to get there, and Limestone looks to bring it back into the attacking third. Out of play, another Limestone throw. Swindell heads it down. Now gets possession for North Georgia. Played over to Chartouni, who makes a nice move on the far touchline and now trying to outpace everyone to the far corner. Chartouni trying to find some help inside, and a second player coming over for Limestone breaks it away, and the Saints escape danger momentarily. Now Malashik trying to find her way in. She had it deflected away, and Hickson won't be able to get there. It's a North Georgia throw. Taylor Malashik into Katie Durkee. And that time it goes off of Chartouni. 1-0 in favor of the Saints. Now in the 10th minute of play. Malashik, Swindell. Near side, tried to get it on the cross to Biso, or on the switch to Biso, excuse me. Now Swindell into the middle. Taken away to Svensson. Schwaniger trying to find Adendon. Now here's Ramby to Biso. Biso. Tried to get it up top. Now Adendon looks to the near side, finds Kilpert. Kilpert trying to thread it through, and a good ball for Murray. It was just a touch behind her. Now here come the Nighthawks on the near side. Abby Crane. Abby Crane. Looking out wide. A good job defensively by Hannah Smith to take that ball away. And now the Saints and Caitlin Kilpert to Brennan. Brennan sends it high downfield, trying to get the shape for North Georgia to step up. 4-2-3-1 for North Georgia here in the early goings. At least that's what it has looked like for the past couple of minutes. Smith boots that one downfield, trying to find a Dindon, and the ball goes out of play. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the UNG Bookstore, 4 locations across Northeast Georgia. Down into the near corner. Here's a Dindon trying to chase down Brennan. Brennan does a good job of keeping that in play. Finds Abby Crane on the near touchline. Crane to Durkay in the middle of the field. Durkay mistouched it a little bit, and that allowed for Limestone to recover. Brennan heads that ball backwards. Ramby will come way off her line outside the 18 and settle it. No pressure from the Saints. Content with a 1-0 lead, and Ramby will dribble back into the box and pick it up. Booted downfield, trying to find Chartouni. Bounces 3 or 4 times and finally settles at the feet of Danny. Now a Dindon, a great touch out wide for Danielle Murray. Murray guarded by Colleen. Colleen trying to cross it in for a Dindon. Settled by Brennan in the box and cleared away as North Georgia will recover. Limestone still with possession. Here's Bovaleth, headed away by Biso to Abby Crane. Crane finds Katie Durkay. Durkay one-on-one with Emma Hickson. Now Durkay fires a left-footed shot. It goes wide of the post. But the Nighthawks finally have their first shot in the 13th minute. Katie Durkay, the freshman out of Ackworth. Settled by a Dindon. Touched over toward Svensson. Now here's Bovaleth. Bovaleth has it taken away from her. Dumphy gets her first touch on the ball today. Now Abby Crane trying to find her way through this Saints defense. Here's Crane. Tries to find the middle, and Chartouni was making a run. It was behind her. Swindell touches it toward Malashik, though. Malashik to Dumphy. The senior from Dawsonville tries to get it over to Chartouni. The ball gets through. Danny Chartouni has it taken away from her by Hickson. 14th minute of action here in Dahlonega, and the score 1-0 in favor of the Saints. They got it early. Sent downfield over the head of Crane. She's giving pressure to Smith. Crane trying to get there in the corner. It's out of play. It'll be a Saint throw in the bottom corner of your screen. Quickly in play. And a good move there by Caitlin Kilpert, the freshman from Poughkeepsie, New York. North Georgia shifting around a little bit, trying to put a little pressure on the Saints in the defensive third for Limestone. Out wide, Chartouni. Chartouni got it into the middle of the field, but Durkay unable to get there, but Dumphy on it. Dumphy toward the top of the 18. She'll fire a left-footed shot right into the hands of Taylon Jean. First save of the game for the sophomore from Hillsborough, North Carolina. North Georgia, a team that ranked 5th in the nation last year in shots per game. They've had just 2 shots in over 15 minutes of play. A little bit uncharacteristic, but that speaks to the way that Limestone's been able to possess. Adendin touches it out of play. It'll be a Nighthawk throw in the near touch. Biso gets it in, and It's out of play quickly for a Limestone throw. Abby Adendon, the sophomore from England, tries to get it up top to Schwaniger. And a foul called. Dunphy takes that one. Danielle Murray says that she doesn't agree. Nevertheless, the Nighthawks take it. Up top, Durkee. Good job on the ball for Katie. Out wide for Adlam. She'll push upfield. Nobody stepping up to take her. The Orlando native crosses it in. It's forced to be cleared out. Far touch line by Adlam. Adlam now crosses it in. Punched away by the keeper, Jean. Still in a dangerous place and finally cleared out by the Saints. Biso coming up to take it for North Georgia. Trying to find Abby Crane. Crane will get on it, top of the 18. Now here's Chartouni trying to give and go for Biso. Can she get there? Biso was unable to keep that ball from going out of play. Good action, though, by the Nighthawks. Goal kick coming from Taylin Jean. Out wide. Hickson comes up the pitch. Crossed in. Good job by Mackenzie Brennan. You see her veteran presence there. Staying calm. Now here's Chartouni. Durkee tried to get on it. Now Dunphy. Olivia upfield trying to find Malashik. A great ball for Taylor. The junior settles. Gets into the 18. Crosses it in. Durkee just behind her. Chartouni trying to get there. She keeps it in play. No, she doesn't. Flag up, and it'll be a goal kick. Maria Montez Gomez will check in for the Saints. The freshman 5'4" defender from Salamanca, Spain. She prepped at Mateo Hernandez High School. 19th minute of play here in Dahlonega. 1-0 in favor of Limestone, but North Georgia has started to find their way into this match. Brennan does a good job of clearing it out of play, allowing for the defense to make their way back. She'll settle back into her center back role as Limestone looks to throw it in. It'll be Danielle Murray. Colleen clears that one away. Murray not happy with somebody on the field for Limestone. That ball thrown in, and it rolls quickly over the end line. Ramby will settle it for a goal kick. Foul called on Limestone. Again, Murray the one who is called for it. Adlam will get ready for the free kick. That'll roll out of play for a throw for the Nighthawks. Biso on the near touch. High throw in, trying to find Durkee. Now Crane to Malashik. Malashik into the middle for Dunphy. She has some space. Gets in between a couple defenders. Shot toward the far post, and it just goes wide. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by Yahula Creek Grill. Comfort food reinvented. Swindell gets a touch as Limestone tries to move it back onto their attacking side of the pitch. Here's Mackenzie Brennan. Has some time. Deflected off of Adendon, and that allows Limestone to step in front in Caitlin Kilpert. Biso touches it back up. Malashik trying to settle. Back over to Biso. A good run by Chartouni. Nobody was able to get it to her. Now Swindell out wide for Adlam. She's got space. Adlam trying to get through the defense. That was Finson coming over. Rather, that was Marina Montez Gomez stepping over. And Limestone now has a throw right in front of their training area. Thrown in. Here's Murray. Danielle Murray toward Adendon. Good job by Colleen to step in there and force an errant pass. But it's out for a Limestone throw. Coming up to take it is Martine Ellefson. Ellefson throws it in short to Adendon. She touches it out, and North Georgia will have the throw in. North Georgia breaks out of jail there, but Limestone now with possession. North Georgia quickly takes it away. Nice ball up, trying to find Malashik and Abby Crane. A good job coming over by Paget. Biso can't keep it in play for Abby Crane. A throw for the Nighthawks, or for the Saints, excuse me. Limestone's defense starting to get a little winded. You see some hands on hips from the back four of the Saints as North Georgia has really started to pour on some pressure. Dunphy trying to find some space, and she's able to as Murray comes. She gets past her. Olivia Dunphy chips it over a little high for Abby Crane. Again, Crane, one of the shorter players on the field. She was in a good position, but the ball about a foot high. 24th minute of play here. North Georgia now has outshot Limestone 3-2, but still finds themselves behind on the only stat that matters. Adendon, a good touch over the top of Biso. Trying to get past Brennan, crosses it over. Adlam settles. Top of the 18, clears the line, at least momentarily. Here's Bovaleth. She'll take a distant shot, and Ramby will watch that one fly over the crossbar. A decent effort there from the junior out of Germany. Ramby gets it in quickly to Biso as Limestone retreats on the goal kick to try and get a little bit of defensive help. Adlam looking up top, trying to find, that was Durkee. Now here's Jasmine again. She puts that one in the air. Abby Crane able to settle this one. But the Saints will take advantage. Bovaleth to Schwaniger. Here's Murray. Danielle Murray being pushed backwards by Mackenzie Brennan. A good job for the junior defensive player for North Georgia. Forcing Limestone backwards. Now here come the Saints again, far side, trying to find Adendon. She heads this one down into the pitch, and Ramby will settle it before it goes out of play. A cheeky touch there from the Saints, and now Adindon has it, trying to find Schwaniger. Chartouni and Schwaniger both go to the ground, no whistle. And Limestone still has possession. Durkee trying to get possession. Limestone somehow breaks out of there, and now the break's on. Adindon, far side. A good job by Kaylee Colleen. Transfer from Southern Mississippi. Ball over for Abby Crane, near side. And she can't keep it in play, but it does go off of a Saint in Hannah Smith. Bailey Vessel coming in, as well as Alexis Sherman, 2 freshmen for Chris Adams.
On for North Georgia, number 19, Alexis Sherman. And number 25, Bailey Vessel.
Vessel quickly getting on the ball. Bailey Vessel, a 5'7" freshman from Fayetteville, and Alexis Sherman, a 5'3" freshman from Cumming, a former Bulldog of Forsyth Central. Settling it up top was Durkee. Now here's Dumphy. A great ball over the top for Alexis Sherman. Sherman crosses it in, trying to find Malashik. It goes all the way back post for Biso. Biso now in the near corner. Over to Dumphy, top of the 18. Dumphy will drive toward the end line, trying to get into the box. A good tackle, though, made by Svensson. It'll be a corner kick for North Georgia. Looks like Biso will be the one to take it. Nighthawks setting up near the top of the 18. Everybody back for Limestone, save for Adindon, who stands at the top of the attacking third for North Georgia. Cross in from Biso, trying to find Brennan. It's taken off the volley by Durkee, and it goes just high. And it'll be a goal kick for Limestone. 1-0 in favor of the Saints. Durkee now has it. Into Malashik. To Durkee. And now booted away by Limestone. It'll still be North Georgia possession as it's touched out wide. Trying to get there is Vessel. She'll be unable to, and now Limestone will get the throw. Little heavy of a touch from Colleen there. Limestone throws the ball in. Here come the Saints. Dumphy. Olivia for North Georgia. Dumphy tries to get it up top toward Malashik. Somehow it got through, but a little strong. I don't think Taylor thought it was going to get past the first line of defense. Now here's Adindon at midfield. Touched out wide by Schwaniger. Good 1-2 action, but Vessel will watch this ball roll over the end line, and it will be a goal kick. Actually, that'll be a foul, and a yellow card going to be issued. Yellow card will be issued to Emma Hickson, and the clock will stop at 14:09. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken.
Limestone caution issued to number 2, Emma Hickson.
So the goal scorer for Limestone gets put in the book. .32 minute of play. A very late tackle applied to Bailey Vessel from behind. And Brandon Adams was immediately to the pocket on that one. Now Dunphy settles out wide to Peyton Biso. Back into the middle to Dunphy. Olivia touches out wide for Biso. She's got some space to move forward. Dunphy calling for it. Now we'll circle back into the middle of the park. And touches it over toward Bailey Swindell. Swindell tried to cross it over toward Malashik, unable to get it to her. Now Taylor coming on. Good job defensively by Kilpert. And Limestone will get a throw, and slowly coming over is Hannah Smith. Limestone taking their time. The wet bulb temperature low enough to stay under the NCAA mandated guidelines for water breaks, so none taken here today. About an hour before kick, the temperature in that wet bulb was just at 80 degrees. The thermometer's got to read 86 to have the mandated breaks. A new rule implemented this year by the NCAA. Brennan with a great job defensively on Adendon. And then hard off the ball, another foul on the midfielder Danielle Murray. A free kick upcoming for the Nighthawks. Biso going to take this one. She'll send this toward the top of the 18. Durkee trying to get there, unable to. Now Limestone going to try and counter. Good job by Swindell to fizzle that one out quickly. Now Schwaniger. Ball turned over. Abby Crane, numbers for the Nighthawks. Crane trying to outrun Smith. Into the 18, crossed over. The ball goes out of bounds off of Limestone. It'll be a corner for the Nighthawks. Malashik a half step away from getting a touch on an open net. Maysoon El Shami going to check in. Biso to take the corner from the near side. High in the air off the header. Still in a dangerous area for Limestone. Somehow, Danielle Murray comes away with it. Now here's El Shami in the middle to Swindell. Dunphy is now moved out wide for North Georgia. Moving her around the pitch. I mentioned in pregame she plays all over the field for North Georgia. She started as a holding midfielder and now is playing out wide where she can get forward. 35th minute of play, still 1-0 in favor of the Saints of Limestone College. Biso gets past the first line of defense. Has a person in there, but could not find her. Biso with some good touches, plays out wide. Here's the newly oncoming Alexis Sherman. Sherman tries to cross it over, now has it in the 18. Crossed again, ball comes down to Malashik. Biso couldn't get a touch on it. Back out to Sherman. Her shot is saved by Talon Jean. A dangerous shot to the near post by the freshman Alexis Sherman. Booted away. Adendon couldn't get there. Limestone looks gassed, and North Georgia trying to take advantage here late in the first half and try and equalize. Ramby touches it out wide to Brennan, who starts the break for the Nighthawks. To the near side, Biso. Peyton Biso touches it up top. Malashik trying to get there, but it will skip out of play for a throw for Limestone College. Both teams making subs. For North Georgia, it'll be Meredith Tucker, the 5'6" sophomore from Decula, former Lion of Lakeview Academy. For Limestone, Sophia Lundqvist, the 5'7" senior from Halmstad, Sweden. A lot of internationals on the team for Limestone. About half and half international students for Sam Holmes. Here's El Shami to Biso. Biso into the middle. She's got some space. Wanted Dunphy to make a run. Now here's Olivia. Olivia's shot's blocked. It'll be a throw for North Georgia. Ball all the way back to Ramby. 6:37 to play until halftime. Stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll run through stats, also take a look at the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard, all coming up on the NSN halftime report. Tucker to Malashik. And a good job defensively keeping Malashik off of that ball. It was Marina Montez Gomez with some savvy defending. Swindell, a great header towards Sherman. Sherman touches it back to Swindell. Bailey to Peyton, back to Bailey. Swindell up the near touchline, trying to find Alexis Sherman. That ball skipped forward quickly, and it rolls out of play across the far end line. Goal kick coming for Limestone. The Nighthawks have had the pressure most of this half now, as they've really taken over on their half of the field. Limestone trying to make something happen. Adendon has it taken away from her by Swindell. Touched back to Colleen, now out wide here to Biso. Ball stays in play. Adendon trying to get on it. Bailey Swindell touches it up toward Dunphy, who heads it along, trying to find Malashik. Touched out to Dunphy. Into the middle, Swindell. Swindell's got Biso on the near side. He likes to go to the far side. And Dumphy. Dumphy will send it near side to Sherman. Sherman, a great touch out wide. Can Biso keep it in play? Ball did stay in play. Good job by the senior out of Hoover, Alabama. Ball made it all the way through to the far corner. Nobody there in a white jersey. Now pressure put on by Malashik. Forced a short kick by the goalkeeper, Gene. And now North Georgia again on the attack. Biso near side. Tries to switch it good up top. Again up top, trying to find Malashik. Ball bounces and takes some backspin. Gene off of her line. Probably wise as that ball bounced back on the Malashik side of the ball. Swindell, a good job getting ahead on that first ball. Dumphy settles it down. We've got about 3.5 minutes to play until the break. Here's Dumphy by herself at the corner. Now Limestone Sept's coming. Crossed in, trying to find Tucker, and the ball gets in the net! Meredith Tucker from Olivia Dumphy. "42nd minute. North Georgia's equalized. Second goal of Meredith Tucker's career. Her first of the season.
University of North Georgia goal by Meredith Tucker. Her first of 2019. Assist credited to Olympia Dumphy.
So the clock running under 3 minutes. North Georgia has brought it back level at 1. Now Limestone almost getting through. Ramby, a good job getting off of her line. Now here's Mayel Shami. Gives it to Dumphy. Dumphy up top toward Malashik. A good touch, but nobody running in behind. Taylor giving pressure, and Gene forced to boot this one out of play. North Georgia, a lot of pressure here late in the first half on Limestone. They go quickly. Biso on the near side. Long throw to Malashik, and the ball bounces over the head of the junior out of Peachtree City. 44th minute of play. 1-1 now the score. Here's El Shami to Dumphy. Now Malashik into the 18. Taylor, far corner, trying to find some space. She gets on the touch line, crosses it into the middle. Tucker almost there. Tried to direct it on goal, but it was taken away by Limestone. North Georgia with a throw, under 90 seconds to play in the first half. Dumphy. Almost into the 18, a little heavy on the touch. Colleen.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Swindell touches it back to Colleen. Under 45 seconds to play here in the opening half. Nighthawks have leveled this one up. Working it around the backside. Now 30 seconds to play. North Georgia trying to time it out for one last go at it. Now here's Brennan. She'll send it upfield. Sherman tries to touch it down. Limestone just clears it away. They're trying to get to halftime.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Here comes Murray. Touches it out wide for Ellefson. Shot goes, but it will not make it to the goal before the horn, and that will take us to halftime. North Georgia in the 42nd minute. They equalize. A fourth-minute goal for Limestone. We are tied 1-1 as we head to halftime. Stay tuned. Halftime show coming your way after these messages on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. The path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Halftime here in Dahlonega. 1-1 your score at halftime. As we take a look at the first half stats, Saints and Nighthawks started with a fourth-minute goal by Limestone. Emma Hickson with the assist from Sarah Schwaniger. And then for the Nighthawks in the 43rd minute, it was Meredith Tucker from Olivia Dumphy. As we take a look at the more detailed stats, first up for Limestone, only 3 shots in the first half. Emma Hickson, Selena Bovaleth, and Sophia Lungfist with the 3 shots, only one of which was on goal. That was the Hickson goal. An assist by Schwaniger and a yellow card issued to Emma Hickson in the 31st minute. For North Georgia, they had 6 shots in the first half. 2 by Olivia Dumphy, one of which was on goal. 2 by Katie Durkay, one of which was on goal. 1 each by Meredith Tucker and Alexis Sherman. Of course, Tucker with the goal, Dumphy with the assist. Nighthawks with 4 shots on goal, forcing 3 saves from Taylin Jean, who has allowed a goal. Morgan Ramby is yet to make a save, as there's only been 1 shot on goal. 2 corner kicks for North Georgia, just 1 for the Saints. The Saints have committed 3 fouls in the first half to 0 for North Georgia. As we again take a look, it was Hickson from Schwaniger and Tucker for North Georgia from Dunphy. And that brings us to a 1-1 score. We will take a commercial break. When we return, we'll take a look at the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard. A lot of games going on, and we'll update those for you right after this. The UNG Soccer Complex, right here in the heart of Dahlonega on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I think scholarships impact the legacy that is UNG. When I got the acceptance letter back and it said you're good to come to University of North Georgia, I was happy as can be.
I started playing soccer when I was 3. My parents just threw me into it. I fell in love with it. My senior year of high school, I got hurt, so I didn't have very many offers, but Chris, the coach up here, reached out and he was like, hey, come on up for a visit. And so coming here, it's been incredible.
I came to UNG mainly because of basketball. I thought that the atmosphere would help me excel as a player. My teammates are like my best friends.
Me and my family, we went across and toured all these different schools, and I just remember coming here and everybody here was just so friendly, and it was just a really inviting atmosphere.
It's been really good. It's taught me a lot, and every year I've had a different role in the team, and I've learned a lot about myself in those roles.
It's been a great time. Met a lot of amazing people. Competitively, I've been shooting since high school. It's Olympic-style target shooting. Most people think you're shooting big guns, firing away, having fun. With us, it's more of a precision. It's an art.
My major is pre-med biology. I want to be an orthopedic surgeon. Some of the injuries that I've seen firsthand help me prepare to actually help people fix those broken bones.
I'm a chemistry major with a business minor and a leadership certificate. My mentor that I was reaching out to is Colonel Palmer. He always talks about the spirit of UNG and integrity and how to really live that out in everything that you do.
I'm a mathematics major, and when I got to Calculus 2, I was like, this is a little challenging, but this is actually a lot of fun.
I want to go to grad school and get a master's in sports management or sports administration and be a grad assistant in an athletic department. From there, actually getting a job.
I think I want to join the Department of Defense and be a chemist for them, but I know at some point I want to go back and get involved in public health.
Scholarships create more opportunities for people. You're not just representing yourself, you're representing those organizations that are sponsoring you.
You talk to all the athletes, the majority of them are on scholarship. It goes a long way for us because, like I said, it helps you focus just on school and you can really just be the best version of yourself.
I'm UNG Dahlonaga's representative on Student Advisory Council. The scholarships that I've received have allowed me to do the leadership positions. I never had to take on a full-time job, so that really allowed me to choose the major of my dreams. Without those scholarships, I definitely couldn't have studied as much to have as good of grades and wouldn't have been able to take on as many leadership responsibilities as I had wanted to. I definitely think it's revolutionized my time here.
The scholarships definitely allow me to focus more on school. I don't believe that I would be able to afford college if I didn't have these scholarships.
It would be a lot harder. You have to take out more student loans and you're further in debt. And since I want to go to grad school, that would put me even further behind. So it helps me set up for the future a lot better.
No matter what, even $1 from somebody, go and donate. That creates more scholarships.
I want to just say thank you. They've impacted my time here beyond anybody.
I'd really just like to thank them for this opportunity. I know there are many students like me who wouldn't be able to afford school without their aid. I definitely think that the scholarships have allowed me to just grow as a person because there are some things you can't do by yourself, and so with that help, I think it's really gotten me where I am today.
Halftime here in Dahlonega, 1-1 your score, Limestone and North Georgia, as both teams trying to find some shade here in the half to make some adjustments. Let's take a look at the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard. There are a few games in action. You see West Georgia defeated Young Harris 2-1 earlier in the day. Also, Clayton State defeated Auburn Montgomery 4-1. A couple of games postponed due to Hurricane Dorian, USC Aiken and Belmont Abbey. That game was postponed. Also, Francis Marion and Coker, that was postponed as well. Georgia Southwestern leads Bruton Parker 1-0 down in Americus at 7 o'clock tonight. It will be Lander hosting Converse in the opener for the Bearcats. Again, that's the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard here on opening day for women's soccer. Tomorrow we will have action here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. We will have men's soccer taking on Lincoln Memorial. That a 6 p.m. kick here in the UNG Soccer Complex, as the Nighthawk Sports Network continues to make strides. Again, we mentioned in pregame our new partnership with Georgia Mountain Television. A lot of special content being made for that, including our UNG All Access show. That will air every other Thursday starting on September 19th exclusively on GMTV. They get the Thursday night shows. Craig Corbin will host that show, and then every Monday, starting on Monday, Hawk Talk returns. 3:30 airtime on Glory Radio WGTJ. That's 97.9 FM, AM 1330 here in the area. You also can go to the TuneIn Radio app and search for Glory Radio. It'll also be archived as a podcast on ungathletics.com, so you will be able to listen to Hawk Talk at any time on any device. 1-1 your score. Again, Emma Hickson in the 4th minute, Meredith Tucker in the 43rd. That's where we stand as we get ready for the start of the second half. When we return, second half action between the Saints and the Nighthawks. 1-1 your score here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. All right, I'm good.
Back with you as both teams warming up here in Dahlonega for the start of the second half. North Georgia and Limestone knotted up at 1 apiece. Teams will flip sides. North Georgia being warmed up by Director of Sports Performance Rich Pruitt. Teams huddling up. We're closing in on the start of the second half. So now second half getting ready to start. Again, Limestone will move from left to right, North Georgia from right to left. Nighthawks will have possession for the start of this quarter, or this half, excuse me. And we are underway. North Georgia putting pressure on early. Here's Crane in the box, trying to find Dumphy. Dumphy now has it, touches to the left foot. Her shot, it goes wide of the net. And it'll be a goal kick for North Georgia. Here's Brennan. Now Crane. Crane touches out wide. Biso tries to cross it in. Maysoon El Shami, her shot goes high. Nighthawks with all the pressure here early in the second half. Here's Dumphy. The near side, it goes out of play. Limestone with a throw. Free kick for the Nighthawks. Biso sends it in. Taylene Jean misplays it. Dumphy trying to find some space, and Limestone swarms and the counter on. Adendon. Taken away by Colleen. Good pass by El Shami off the outside foot. Now here comes Dumphy pressing forward. Taken off the ball, but a foul will be called on Emma Hickson. She's playing on a yellow, and she grabbed the back end of the jersey. A little risky by the senior out of England. And now Adlam looks to play quickly before the wall can get built for Limestone. Two-person wall, Schwaniger and Murray. Adlam prepares to take. Boots it high in the air, trying to find El Shami. Headed back, posted, it goes over. Malashik couldn't get it down. She had a wide open net. North Georgia knocking on the door. Misplayed by Hickson. El Shami on the ball. She'll touch out wide to Biso. Biso looking to get into the 18. She's able to. Now into the 6. Dangerous spot. It was deflected away by Limestone. The Saints had 7 blue jerseys inside the 6. And a foul called on Brennan. First foul of the day called on the Nighthawks. And now told to back up is Martine Ellefson. And she just kept bringing that ball closer to midfield. Swindell got the initial touch, now gets it back. Over to Biso. Biso up top toward Durkee. Now Crane couldn't keep it in play. One apiece for the Saints and the Nighthawks. In the middle, El Shami. She'll send it upfield, trying to find Malashik a little strong. Taylon Jean steps in. 5'6" sophomore. Boots this one high in the air. Now here's Adlam. Touched out wide. Biso. Peyton Biso. To Durkee. Malashik. Durkee. Inside the 18. And a foul called on North Georgia. Jean will look to take it quickly. A foul on Limestone this time. Adendon, the aggrieved. Biso looks to take this one quickly, finds Dumphy. Olivia, near side Adlam. Jasmine crosses it in, back post. Good run from Abby Crane! Abby Crane from Jasmine Adlam. In the 53rd minute, 2-1 North Georgia. What a goal from the 5'1" sophomore. Nighthawks have their first lead of 2019. 2-1.
University of North Georgia goal by Abby Crane in the 53rd minute. Assist credited to Jasmine Adlam. New score, University of North Georgia 2, Limestone 1.
Throw in for the Saints. Limestone jumped on quickly. North Georgia level-headed. And a foul called on Bailey Swindell. Danielle Murray slow to get up, and it looks like Bailey Swindell will be booked.
University of North Georgia caution issued to number 17, Bailey Swindell.
So Swindell is in the books. Here's Adlam. Touched out of play for a Limestone throw. Dumpy. Here's Colleen. Over the top to Abby Crane. And the ball's kicked out for a North Georgia corner. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by the UNG Bookstore. 4 locations across Northeast Georgia. Jasmine Adlam goes to the far corner to take it. Third corner of the afternoon for North Georgia. Adlam sends it in, the in-swinger. Milashik couldn't get ahead on it. It rolls out harmlessly for a goal kick. And a foul called on Sarah Schwaniger. Free kick for North Georgia. Adlam prepares to take it. Kick deflected off Schwaniger, headed on by El Shami. And now Limestone will settle it with Danielle Murray, 6 feet tall, out of Dublin. Now here's Schwaniger. Up to Adendon, but taken away by Colleen. Throw in for Limestone. '57th minute. Ending here in Dahlonega as we move into the 58th. Brennan heads it away. Murray settles it just outside the attacking third. Touches it back to Svensson, now over to Montez Gomez. Colleen trying to find Dumpy. Limestone putting pressure on now. Here's Schwaniger. Crossed in, deflected out by North Georgia and cleared by the Nighthawks. Durkee does a good job keeping possession. Now she has green grass in front of her. She pushes forward. Svensson comes over to defend. Milashik running the wrong way for the pass. Settled by Hickson. Nighthawk fans wanted handball, but referee Brandon Adams says it was incidental. Up the sideline, Adlam trying to find Durkee. Paget will try and see it out. Good job by Durkee keeping it in play. And now Milashik on the ball. Taylor Milashik, second leading goal scorer from a year ago. She takes a shot. It's blocked away by the defense for the Saints. Throw in for North Georgia. Dumpy looks to take it quickly. And the ball booted high and out of play. It'll be a Nighthawk corner in the near side. Olivia Dumphy will be the one to take this corner. Sends it in. Still at the top of the 6. Ball still in. Durkee couldn't get a shot. She's pushed down. No whistle. Biso to the far corner. Looking to cross. Deflected off of Adendon. Out of play. Another corner for North Georgia. Limestone with everybody back within 25 yards of goal. Now Adendon makes her way a little bit further out. Biso will take. Sends it in high toward the back post. Malashik couldn't get a header on it. Instead, it was Bailey Swindell getting a head on it. And now another North Georgia corner. The third in a row for the Nighthawks as we approach the 1 hour mark. Dumphy will send it on. Sent toward the back post. Biso trying to get a touch on it. Schwaniger gets the first touch. Now Biso tries to settle. It comes all the way out to Adlam. Looks to keep it in, trying to find Dumphy. It's taken away by Hickson, and here come the Saints. Break is on, 4-on-4. Tried to get the through ball through. Instead, Brennan stands in. Now North Georgia will again go on the attack. Adlam, a great move on the ball. Jasmine Adlam, the sophomore from Orlando, finds Taylor Malashik. Malashik, near side, crosses in with the left foot. Abby Crane goes high. 4 feet lower, and Abby's got her second goal of the night. Nighthawks now at 12 shots on the night. Still well below their 2018 average. But the defense has held Limestone to just 1 shot outside of the first 7 minutes. 3 shots in total for Limestone. Adendon has the ball taken away from her. Swindell boots it up the field. Malashik's going to give chase. It's a foot race between Malashik and Ellefson. Malashik gets there, but a heavy touch allows Jean to clear it away for a Nighthawk throw. A fantastic crowd on hand for the home opener 2019. Now here come the Saints. Right up the middle of the pitch, Danielle Murray. Murray inside the 18. Now great defense as Murray had the jersey of Colleen. Tried to pull her down as she went down. And a foul's going to be called on the midfielder. Free kick for the Nighthawks. Malashik couldn't handle the ball. Now Dumphy gets a header on it. Ball bounces right next to her. Mayel Shami earns possession for North Georgia. Looks to push it up the field. A little heavy on the touch. Malashik conserves energy. It'll be a goal kick. And Sophia Lundqvist checks back in for Limestone. Here's Durkee. El Shami tries to chip it over the top. Malashik, 1 touch, and a lot of blue jerseys in there, and a foul going to be called on Malashik. The shot from that looked like Crane went off the crossbar, but it was after the foul was called. North Georgia conceded back in the 4th minute, equalized late in the first half, and then got the go-ahead in the 53rd. Biso. Peyton dribbles past the entirety of the left side of the defense. Crossed in, shot on goal, but it goes wide. Katie Durkee just slipped it past the far post. And now it'll be Michelle LaPinta getting her first action of her collegiate career. A 5'4" freshman defender from Lilburn who prepped at Parkview.
On for North Georgia, number 26, Michelle LaPinta.
For Limestone, Selena Bovaleth checks back in. Emma Paget a bit gimpy coming off. Did come off under her own power and was jogging off, so a good sign there, maybe cramp issues. And the ball out of play. It'll be a North Georgia throw right at midfield. Downfield. And the ball will be booted out of play. Will it be a corner or a throw? It'll be a throw for North Georgia deep in the attacking third. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by Yahula Creek Grill. Comfort food reinvented. Trying to find Danielle Murray. LaPinta with a good shoulder in the back and is whistled for the foul. Danielle Murray, a 6-foot senior from Dublin, Ireland. She is definitely the vocal leader of this Limestone side. Here's Hickson. And a foul going to be called on the Nighthawks, a free kick coming. And in a dangerous position for Limestone. Coming up to take it will be Selena Bovaleth. A 3-person wall for the Nighthawks includes Dumpy Malashik and El Shami. They stand just on the edge of the 18, so this 28 yards away. Outswinger toward the back post. That shot went wide, and that was Ellefson. So Ellefson's shot goes wide. And Ramby puts it back in play. Jean off of her line. Boots it up the near side as Limestone trying to find the equalizer here in the midway point of the second half. Just over 22 minutes left to play here in Dahlonega. Home opener for North Georgia. They hit the road on Saturday. Take on a very tough West Georgia side who defeated Young Harris earlier in the day. And West Georgia coaching staff is full of North Georgia people. Stacy Balaam, the head coach, was the assistant coach for Chris Adams for a number of years. Her new graduate assistant is Renee Van Horn, who holds numerous records for North Georgia and was the leading scorer a year ago for the Nighthawks, 14 goals in her senior campaign. And while we mentioned Van Horn, we do want to congratulate her, the Peach Belt Conference's nominee for the NCAA Woman of the Year. One of only 2 North Georgia student athletes all time to be the conference pick for the Woman of the Year, joining Taylor Allen, a women's golfer from a few years ago. Back in the game for Limestone is Emma Paget. Chartouni and Sherman wait to check in at their next available chance. Now here's Crane. A great pass up top to Durkee. Durkee trying to settle, touches it out wide to Biso. Into the middle, here's El Shami. Good job getting past the sliding attempt by Hickson. Out wide to Dumphy, the cross is coming. There it is. Dangerous spot, Malashik just a 1.5 feet away. Durkee almost got the header on it as well. Chartouni and Sherman now check back in. Dumphy and Crane will check out. Goal kick taken by Talon Jean. El Shami out wide trying to find Sherman and does. Alexis Sherman earns a throw. Looks into the middle, finds El Shami wide open. But she couldn't settle the ball, and now Limestone earns possession. Biso. Middle of the park, finds El Shami. Durkee. "19 minutes to play. Limestone on the attack. They've got players in space. Murray tried to get a left-footed shot on. Now the shot will be taken by Bovaleth. It goes well wide, and it'll be a goal kick for North Georgia. Nighthawks will be back at home a week from tomorrow when they take on Valdosta State. 5 p.m. start for that one, as the Nighthawks and Blazers go at it in D2 action. Here's Chartouni. Out of play, it'll be a throw for Limestone. Emma Hickson went in strong and missed. Wanted the foul from Chartouni, but Chartouni had incidental contact. Ellen Svensson will check back in for Limestone. Megan Dumond gets her first action for the Nighthawks. 5'3" freshman midfielder from Woodstock.
On for North Georgia, number 6, Megan Dumond.
Chartouni couldn't handle the ball, but she does a great job to get back on it. Now LaPenta, good outside foot touch as North Georgia looks to settle it in the back line. Now Morgan Ramby, the Auburn transfer, redshirt sophomore. Has not made a save yet today, has only been tested once, and it found the back of the net in the 4th minute. To the near side, Adlam. Now Chartouni, advantage played on the handball. Now Svensson has it taken away from her by Dumond. Brennan, a great ball to find Adlam. And they do call handball that time as arm was clearly away from the body. Lundqvist has the ball. She'll take a shot. Test Ramby. It goes over the top of the crossbar. Meredith Tucker checks in for Taylor Malashik. Again, substitution rules in the NCAA. You can re-enter the game one time in the second half. If you sub out in the first half, you have to remain on the bench for the entire half unless that substitution is due to injury. Ramby takes the goal kick, and we're back underway. Limestone is pushed back nearly to midfield, allowing for North Georgia to just boot the ball around a bit. Here's Schwaniger. Has it taken away from her by LaPenta. LaPenta, a good ball to Chartouni, catching her in stride. Now here's Danny. A little heavy on the touch. Ball trickles toward the near touch line. Good touch by Emma Hickson, the goal scorer for Limestone. Trying to find some space. Good defense by North Georgia, and Hickson a little bit of a flop. Brandon Adams says, I'm not calling it. Now here's Kaylee Colleen. A good ball trying to find Chartouni. Montez Gomez will arrive there first. Chartouni with a good touch, but it goes across the touchline for a Limestone goal kick. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. LaPenta off. Good minutes from the freshman. Olivia Dunphy back on. Gave her some well-earned rest to get ready for the final 13 and change here from Dahlonega. Meredith Tucker trying to get on the ball. Ellefson, good job defensively. And Tucker will be called for the foul near the far end line. Halftime in Americus, Georgia Southwestern leads Bruton Parker 1-0. Now here's Dunphy. Gives it to Biso. Peyton Biso gets past Edenden. Chartouni gets a touch out wide for Dunphy. Dunphy sends it in toward the top of the 6. Durkee, Chartouni, and Tucker all nearby, but a little too strong of a touch for the 3 up top for North Georgia. Edenden. Flag stays down. The striker finds someone in the middle for Limestone, but it's booted away. And North Georgia trying to protect possession. Tucker just sends it out of play, and that allows for Limestone to make a substitution. Danielle Murray back into the match, replacing Edenden. Sent down. Flag again stays down. And That ball over the far touchline, and Emma Hickson couldn't direct it on goal. Now the Saints pressure up a little bit, forcing North Georgia to play as time dwindles. Good job by Sherman to bring the ball all the way to midfield. Taking contact here and contact there. Biso boots it back to the center circle. Now Brennan defends on Murray. Sent toward the top of the 18. Chartouni will settle for North Georgia. Now Dunphy. Olivia trying to find Durke, and Ellefson will be the first one there for Limestone. She'll just touch it out of play for a throw, and subs will come in for North Georgia. Bailey Swindell, Taylor Malashik, and Abby Crane all check in for the final 10 minutes of action here. Malashik touches back to Swindell. Bailey all the way back to Biso. Now down to Abby Crane. Oh, she lets it go through beautifully. Crane to the end line. Crosses it in a little low, and it allows Limestone to clear momentarily. Now Biso top of the 18. She'll send it in. Headed up by Paget. Dunphy trying to win it. Instead, it'll come back to Biso, who touches in the middle to Swindell. Swindell a little heavy on the touch. Taylon Jean off of her line. She'll throw it quickly. Abby Crane does a good job to read it. Nighthawks on the break. Excellent defending by Ellefson. And now Peyton Biso will jog over to take the throw. Biso heads it toward the middle. Swindell settles out to Abby Crane. Crane in the middle toward, it looked like Durke. Unable to settle it. Limestone on the move. Svensson. North Georgia going to have to buckle down defensively as Limestone will start pressing numbers forward. A little over 7.5 minutes to play here at the UNG Soccer Complex. Colleen touches it out across the near touch line. Throw in for the Saints. Shot taken, was blocked up. Shot was taken by Svensson. Biso has it deflected away. North Georgia likely making some of their last substitutions of the evening. El Shami checks in. Replacing Tucker. If North Georgia makes any more subs, they'll likely do it in the next minute and a half as to keep the clock moving. Malashik tries to find El Shami, unable to. Now here's Swindell. Chips it over the top. Jean off of her line, comes out to get it. North Georgia trying to remain unbeaten against the Saints all time. 4-0-1 in the all-time series. The one tie came in the very first meeting back in 2008. A 2-2 draw. Durkee sandwiched between two blue kits, and it goes out for a North Georgia throw. Peyton Biso going to take it. Touched back to her by Durkee. Now sent up top trying to find Malashik. A goal here would likely ice this game. El Shami back to Biso. Biso sends it in. Malashik settles at the top. Shot goes well high and over the back netting. Had to hit it on the half volley. A slow start for North Georgia, but they score twice within the span of 11 minutes of game time. Out wide to Dumphy. Olivia, can she settle? She does. In the 18, crosses it in. Shot by Malashik! Olivia Dumphy an assist, her second of the day for none other than Taylor Malashik. The train horn sounds and the Nighthawks have likely iced this one away. 3-1 North Georgia. Abby Adendon will check in for Limestone. Trying to get some height up top for the Saints. In the 86th minute, Malashik her first goal of the season.
University of North Georgia goal by number 13, Taylor Malashik in the 86th minute. Assist credited to number 20, Olivia Dumphy. New score in the UNG Soccer Complex, North Georgia 3, Limestone.
Shot taken by, that was Bovaleth. It was blocked away as Limestone pushes numbers forward. And now Ramby will settle it at her feet and wait on somebody to pressure her before picking it up. Taylor Malashik with that left foot is deadly. Everybody in the Peach Belt knows it after her first 2 years in Limestone. Has figured that out as well here today. Advantage played. Here's Murray. And it's booted away by Brennan. Throw into Limestone. The Nighthawks won 3-1 last year. Interestingly enough, Malashik scored the third goal last year. Two goals all time for Malashik against Limestone. Here's Malashik again, onside. She'll shoot and finds her second. Again, the left foot of Taylor Malashik. A brace for the junior, 4-1. The assist from El Shami. Limestone already on the move now.
In the 88th minute, North Georgia goal by Taylor Malashik, assist credited to Maysoon El Shami. New score in Dahlonega. North Georgia 4, Limestone 1.
Dumphy up top to Malashik. About 90 seconds to play here in Dahlonega as North Georgia will improve to 1-0 on the early 2019 season.
One minute remaining in regulation.
Swindell will just boot this one far away. Jean will run off of her line as it goes across inline for goal kick. 40 seconds to play. North Georgia trailed 4 minutes into this one. Clock will stop. Clock will stop with 30 seconds left. As we approach 10 seconds, North Georgia closing in on the first win of the season. A 4-1 win for the Nighthawks as they take down Limestone here in Dahlonega. 4-1, North Georgia wins. Stay tuned. We will wrap things up with the postgame show, looking at the stats right after these messages on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark them with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks desk with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Hi, I'm Sonia McClain with Red Rooster Realty. Fall is right around the corner, and it doesn't get any prettier than this. Have you been thinking about buying in Georgia's Lake and Mountain Paradise? Give me a call at 770-480-4777.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
Final score, North Georgia wins 4-1 over Limestone, holding the Saints to just 7 shots in the match, just 5 after the first 7 minutes of action here in Dahlonega. Selena Bovaleth led the way with 3 shots. Just the 1 shot for Hickson. That was good. The assist came from Schwaninger in the 4th minute. For North Georgia, they had 15 shots on the day. 3 by Durkee, 5 by Malashik, 2 for Crane, 2 for Bumpy, and 1 apiece from Tucker, El Shami, and Sherman. 2 goals for Malashik. That's a brace for the junior. Crane with a goal and Tucker with a goal. Assists, 2 from Dumpy, 1 from Adlam, and 1 from El Shami. Both teams got in the books with a card. Nighthawks had 6 corners to just 1 for Limestone. Both teams ended up with 3 fouls, and 3 saves goes to the keeper in Taylin Jean. She allowed 4 goals. The highlights from the first half: it was a 4th-minute goal from Emma Hickson, assisted by Sarah Schwaninger. Then North Georgia started to take over in this one. It was a 42nd minute goal. You see Meredith Tucker running there into the box, gets the outside touch and levels this one. It actually went through the hands of Taylin Jean. It was 1-1. Now second half, 47th minute. Abby Crane, what a goal. And then it became the Taylor Malashik show. This one from Olivia Dumpy. She had all the space in the world, and Malashik with that left foot so deadly. 86th minute, and then 2 minutes later, watch this ball from Maysoon El Shami. Touch to El Shami, then over to Malashik. She takes a cheeky touch into the far corner, and that's how the Nighthawks got their 4th goal of the day, and they win this one 4-1 as Malashik and company celebrate here in Dahlonega. We will take one last commercial break. When we return, we'll wrap things up, and we'll get you set for the men's home opener tomorrow. A win at the UNG Soccer Complex here in Dahlonega. Back after this message on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries,
ask difficult questions,
and understand the world around you.
It requires you to know your strengths
and weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be independent, efficient, and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders.
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
And leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you've got what it takes, then bring it.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do. Be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Final score 4-1. North Georgia defeats Limestone. Again, goals from Tucker Crane and a brace from the junior Taylor Malashik. Emma Hickson, the goal for Limestone. Coming up on the Nighthawk Sports Network over the next week or so. Tomorrow, Lincoln Memorial comes to town, 6 p.m. We'll go live at 5:45. Monday afternoons, 3:30 on Glory Radio WGTJ. Hawk Talk returns. And then also on Monday night, 7 p.m., the men host North Greenville here in Dahlonega for a matchup in Division II. For our entire Nighthawk Sports Network team, our camera operator, Hunter McElveen, our producers, Morgan Brooks and Corinne Thompson, I'm Walker McCreary signing off. Again, your final score here from Dahlonega. North Georgia improves to 1-0. They defeat Limestone by a final score of 4-1. We will see you tomorrow right back here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.